My friends, welcome to this episode of the Outdoor Gear Review. I hope you all are doing well. To start off this episode, I have a question for you all. Have you ever heard of an IGT table before? If not, IGT stands for Iron Grill Table. Iron grill tables became popular in the 1980s and they originated from Japan, namely with a company known as Snow Peak. Snow Peak, which is a very well-known Japanese outdoor company, they were trying to bridge the experiences from like cooking indoors to cooking outdoors. So they came up with these IGT tables. And what made these tables so interesting is the fact that you can customize them. You could put in the components that you want and you can take out the components that you don't want. Because these tables were designed to be customizable, you can easily transition the table from grilling to cooking to dining. And all of this can be done in the matter of seconds. Over the years, as iron grill tables have become popular, more and more companies have begun making these type of products. When it comes to Snow Peak products, we're talking about excellent craftsmanship, top-notch quality, and excellent materials. The thing is, these tables and all of the components tend to be extremely expensive. To put together your own IGT Cook System, you can easily spend $1,000 or more. Because of that, I have shied away from the Snow Peak products because for myself, they're just simply too expensive. I like to cook, but I don't love to cook, and I personally don't want to invest that type of money into a cook system. With that being said though, I think the entire system itself, the way that these systems are designed, is really neat and really cool. That's why the other day when searching on Amazon, I was absolutely shocked. NatureHike has their own iron grill table system, and I can tell you all this. It is nice. It is really nice. So nice, in fact, that I went ahead and I got it all in to review. But get this, everybody, it's actually affordable, unlike the Snow Peak equipment. Or I should say this, it's affordable in my eyes. When I personally look at the Snow Peak equipment, it is simply too expensive for my personal taste. You may disagree with me, and that's absolutely fine. If you think it's well priced, awesome. But for myself, it is not. That's why I was so shocked at the NatureHike kit. Right here I have every single component that makes up the IGT Cook System. And folks, that is what this episode is all about. First things first, everybody, let's take a look at the table and then we'll go from there. This here is the storage bag for the table. What we have is a bag that has 2 grab handles. We have 2-way zippers. And on the inside, we have a few components. First up is the frame for the table itself. Then we have the tabletop components, and I'll show you these in just a second. Looking at the table frame, check this out, everybody. It opens up like this, boom, and just like that, the table is set up. All you have to do is pull it apart. These spread apart, the legs come out, and now it's locked into place. When it's time to put this up, you push in, and everything folds up together. Here we have the 3 tabletop bags. Let's go ahead, open them up, and let's take out the components. In this bag here, we have 2 aluminum sheets. In this bag here, we have 2 more aluminum sheets, but one of them is different. With this panel here, you can see that it says NatureHike in the center. Check that out. That pushes down. It slides out of the way, revealing a slot here for a stove. Moving over to the final bag, we have some similar components and different ones. First, with the similar, we have 2 aluminum panels. Then we have 2 narrower panels. These panels go on the ends of this table, basically to give it stability and rigidity. At each end of the table, there are some rails, and that is where these components go. They slide over those rails and basically lock into place. So here we have the table. We have the ends basically giving it some rigidity. Now let's put on these top panels. These simply pop down, lay on these rails here, and they are securing each other into place. And just like that, everyone, we have the IGT table. If you decide to purchase this table, this is exactly what you're going to receive. The table, the top panels, the bags, and that's it. This table is made primarily from aluminum, namely 6063, and you do get the polyester canvas bag. When the table is stored, you're looking at 31.4 inches by 6.3 inches by 5.9 inches. When the table is set up, it is 34.1 inches long, 17.1 inches wide, and it stands a height of 16.1 inches. The weight of this table is 8 pounds, and the weight limit is 220 pounds. As far as the features go, this opens up and closes in seconds. On one side of the table, you have a hanging pole, not only for utensils, but for cups as well. When it comes to the tabletop, this is designed to be fully customizable, with the 2 additional components that I have. Speaking of which, let's take a look at the stove now. This here, everyone, is the storage bag for the stove. We have 2 grab handles, 2-way zippers. And here we have the stove itself. There's quite a bit to this. It's actually quite interesting. More than you would expect, actually. Here in a moment, we'll take a look at it. Before we do, I need to mention that setup instructions are included. Coming back to the stove here, there's a lot to go over. First things first, you need to know that you can use this stove by itself. You do not have to have the table. When you flip this over, you have access to the legs. And from there, you can stand the stove up. On each side of the stove, we have grab handles so you can pick the stove up and put it down. Here we have the burner head. We have an electric ignition. Here we have the pot supports. This piece here can be removed. Over here, we have the flame adjuster, and we have the igniter. On the left side of the stove here, we have an additional feature. What you're looking at here is a fuel canister inversion tray. We have the fuel hose here. This runs on isobutane. You can run this stove with the fuel canister sitting up, or you can turn it upside down for better performance. And basically, this locks into place just like that, holding the canister upside down, or in other words, inverted. Let me show you all exactly how this works. With this stove here, you can run it with your fuel upright just like this. Or, if you want more BTUs, you can invert this. Once you have the tray out, all that you have to do is invert the canister and push this into place, just like that. And by doing that one simple trick, you increase the overall BTUs from this stove quite dramatically. Before I talk about BTUs, let's go ahead and let's take this off, put the tray back up, and let me show you all how this connects to this table. The interesting tricks with this stove do not end there. Check this out. You can take the gas canister, put it on those magnets, and set it up this way, and it's inverted. If you want the fuel canister upright, you can put it right here in this notch. When it comes to the BTUs, when the canister is inverted, you're looking at 13,648. When the gas canister is upright, you're looking at 9,213 BTUs. With a gas canister inverted, NatureHike claims that you can boil 1 liter of water in 3 minutes and 20 seconds. In the future, I will test out that claim. When it comes to the materials, we're looking at a 304 stainless steel, aluminum, in addition to the polyester canvas case. When the stove is stored, it is 14.5 inches long, 12.5 inches wide, and it's 3.8 inches thick. When the stove is set up, it is 14.2 inches long, 12.2 inches wide, and with the legs folded out, you're looking at 5.1 inches tall. The stove itself weighs 4.8 pounds, and it has a weight limit of 13.2 pounds. Now everyone, let's take a look at the grill component. Here we have the grill component. 2-way zippers, 2 handles, and here we have the grill. Up here is the grill grate, and this is the grill itself. As you can see here, this is impressively thin. The thing about this is that basically, once you let go of the bottom, it sets itself up. So you let go, it all unfolds, and this plate here slides down. Isn't that cool, everyone? To fold this up, it is very simple. Boom. Turn it upside down. And just like that, it's folded up. Let's go ahead and let's put the grill in. Now again, folks, you can use this on its own or with this table. That, everyone, is the grill component. That is made from 304 stainless steel. When the grill is stored, you're looking at 14.2 inches by 9.8 inches, and it's 1 inch thick. When it's all set up, it is 14.1 inches, 9.7 inches wide, and it stands 5.6 inches. The weight of the grill is 5.3 pounds. It features 6-sided ventilation, and it comes with 2 pairs of tongs, a larger pair and a smaller pair. Now that you all have seen this table, the iron grill table, let's go over the price of each component. The table itself, $100. At the time of filming, there was a 5% off discount, which takes the price down to $95. When it comes to the stove, this is the most expensive component. That is $142. But at the time of filming, there's a 20% off coupon that takes the price down to $122. At the time of filming, the grill costs $45. That's a grand total of $287 for this entire setup. That price blows my mind because I know how expensive other IGT table systems are. When you compare the prices of these components and the table itself to its competitors, this is mind-blowing. I mean, it really is. With very little effort, you can find tables that cost $300 with no tabletops. The tabletops are an additional $200 to $300. The stoves will be $200–300. The grills, $100, $200. Heck, I've seen some grills that cost as much as $300, and that's only for the grill itself. For $280 something, like I said, you can get this entire setup. And if you're someone who likes to cook around camp, this is a serious option that you need to consider. This is really, really sweet. The next adventure that I plan to film will feature this system, and I cannot wait to use it. I cannot wait to get some hot coals going, make some burgers, hot dogs, who knows what. I know what you're thinking, right? Luke, you need to make a steak. I don't really care for steak, to be honest with you. I have never had a steak that I said to myself like, wow, this is really good. I've had a few steaks where I'm like, it's okay. And I've had expensive steaks. I've been out to some really nice restaurants, and they just never did anything for me. I'm a simple man, you know? Cheeseburger, some bacon, some hot dogs. That's me right there. Anyways, everybody, I'm going to begin testing this out. Make sure to sound off down below in the comment sections. What do you all think about this setup? What do you all think about the prices here? For the entire setup, less than $300. This, again, everyone, is very impressive. Oh, by the way, let me try something real quick. I'll be right back. This is what I wanted to see. Is this the right height for your typical camping chair? And yes, it is. But it has to be a backpacking style of chair. With this table here, most IGT's tables are a little bit taller than this. This is a little bit lower than average. But with this type of chair, it works just fine. If you had a really tall Coleman chair, this may not be the best fit. Not unless you wanted to put this up on something. But as is, everybody, I really like this product. This is super, super cool. You have the stove, you have the grill. Oh man, that's so cool. I really do have a passion for well thought out, well designed products. And this here is very, very impressive. This is very well thought out. The stove, you can invert the canister, get more BTUs. Over here, you're flipping burgers, flipping hot dogs. Oh yeah. That, everyone, is very, very smart. Without a doubt, I'm very impressed with this setup. The price is right, the weight is right, everything is extremely well made, the craftsmanship is excellent. Ultimately though, I need to begin testing this out to see how well it performs, to see if there's any issues. All of that information will be coming up very soon. Everyone, take care, be well, strength and honor. Hit the like button before you go, I do appreciate it. Oh yeah. Bye folks. See ya.